After the members of a team of scientists lose their cushy positions at a university in New York City, they decide to become Ghostbusters to wage a high-tech battle with the supernatural for money. They stumble upon a gateway to another dimension, a doorway that will release evil upon the city. The Ghostbusters must now save New York from complete destruction and mayhem. Yes, we're talking about the 1984 Ghostbusters, of course starring Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, along with Emil Hudson and Harold Ramis, and even Sigourney Weaver. And yeah, this video has been a long time coming, and I'll probably get some thumbs down just for saying this, if anyone ever actually watches this video, but I hadn't seen Ghostbusters until a few days ago. Which is pretty embarrassing. I mean, horror is my favorite genre. I love sci-fi, and it is very odd, and I'm very ashamed I didn't see it until a few days ago. Thanks to my girlfriend for finally having me watch it, and well, I'm gonna get into how much I liked it, and as the video goes along. But a bit of a spoiler, the next day I went out and bought the Blu-ray double feature with the first two, films on it, so if that tells you anything. But yeah, I really enjoyed Ghostbusters. I mean, I'm dreading watching the 2016 movie. But as far as this one goes, and I'm looking forward to watching the sequel, but as far as this one goes, to me, it pretty much hits and earns every sort of, pop culture celebration of itself it's gotten. It deserves its stamp on sort of cinema that it's gotten. It's just a really enjoyable film. I mean, like I said, you have a really nice cast, and their chemistry is pretty seamless. It feels like it is just really well put together and work done, and the cast throughout just really play off each other nicely. I mean, you have someone like a Bill Murray, and going up against Dan Aykroyd, and how that sort of parallels and just again sort of divides. It just really works out excellently, if that makes any sense. And I really liked Ernie Hudson's character Winston. He isn't in it until about halfway through, but nonetheless he's sort of funny to sort of again bounce off our initial Ghostbusters characters, sort of really being into it more for the money than even they are, and he's sort of trying to separate himself from them when they get into some trouble a little bit, but then he sort of, kind of goes along with what they're doing anyway. The movie was actually in part written by Dan Aykroyd, I believe, along with, let's see. Yep. And Harold Ramis, of course. But yeah, who of course played one of the other Ghostbusters. Of course, Egan, or Spengler, I should say. That's what I call more often. But yeah, like I said, this is just a classic film, classic 80s film, but one of the really films in general that actually deserves its praise. I am relieved to say. It's a wacky film. You can't really take anything seriously about it, but you're not supposed to. The comedy is just really, really just easy to get into and relax and enjoy the movie. It was really fun seeing Sigourney Weaver here. I forgot she was actually in this film. She at the time, I guess, was just trying to get away from more serious roles, or she at least wanted to mix it up for herself a little bit. So she took this one, which was obviously almost like a parody of the type of genre she's been into before, at least to some extent. And of course, how could you not like the Slimer, who's become like a big face, almost even more than the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Maybe not more so, but pretty damn close. And he's a fun presence throughout the movie. And I really like the effects for the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man as well. There's some street shots where they sort of had to digitally insert him as the Ghostbusters are looking down on him from the building. But nonetheless, it looks pretty good for the time, especially 1984 for sure. And then when they attack him and they do the whole toasted Marshmallow Man thing, and he eventually explodes. It's just a blast. I gotta say, again, I gotta talk about the cast because that's really the best part of it. The characters, sure, but this way the cast plays them is, perfect. Bill Murray's sort of natural, wit and, sort of way of speaking. And it's not a surprise. Apparently, a lot of this movie was ad-libbed, or at least a portion of it, especially from Bill Murray's side of things, which just makes it all the more admirable that it was as successful as it was. Really tells you something about the talent in front of the screens. But yeah, really not many flaws with this movie at all that I can think of. I mean, it's also not a very long runtime either. I mean, it's just over an hour and 40, which is pretty standard. So yeah, I should have watched this movie about 20 years ago. But yeah, so let me know you guys thought about Ghostbusters. Thought spoilers. How's the second one follow up to? Were you disappointed by the 2016 movie as well? Should I avoid that completely? Yeah, overall, I'm giving Ghostbusters an A- or 90%. Again, I don't really have any issues with the movie. It's just sort of on just a general enjoyment level, which is pretty high, especially for first viewing. I bought into it almost completely. So, yeah. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.